Good morning, good evening, and good day. Hi, I'm Jason Cook, and on behalf of David Croppi and myself, we are Windermere's South Bellevue partners, and if you're tuning in, this is your annual predictions update, kind of taking place of our monthly market updates. I know every year, just like Punxsutawneyville, we are right on cue, February 2nd, here we go. I know, look at that. 6 more weeks of no inventory. Oh boy, I tell you what. So in this episode, I'm going to give you a handful of different information where we were in 2021 and where we are going in 2022. So stay tuned, and I guarantee you at the end of this, you will have some good nuggets. I'm going to have about 10 nuggets for you, so stick around. But you know what? Let me get to the punchline right now. Prices will rise in 2022. And 2, spring will be busy. It will be. I know, despite the lack of inventory, it just will be. So where were we at? Nationally, on the whole, as you can see, year over year, 2020 versus 2021, the nation had a 16% increase of the median home closed sale price. That is mind-blowing. I know, I get it, that's crazy. Not sustainable. Well, I agree. Yeah, flipping slides. Now, let's bring it down to regionally, local. All of the Northwest MLS, year over year, 20% increase in the median closed sale price. That is up to, what was that number? $590,000. That's crazy. That's the median for the state of Washington. Yes. All right, let's bring it back down. How about King County, you say? Check that out. Or did I put it over there? Maybe, I don't know. 14% year over year increase for the median closed sale price of $831,000. Yes. Time out. Wait a minute. Because there was a lot of other counties that had a higher percentage increase than King County, right? So let me break it down for you. This is actually what happened. We had 2 markets in King County, the east side, the west side. Let me show you. East side, 34% year over year increase with a median price point of $1,276,000. 34%, that's crazy. Now, hey, everybody else had crazy good years. I mean, Pierce County, 19.5% year over year increase. That's crazy. That's an awesome number at $503,000. Snohomish County, you guys up in Snohomish, people want to move to Snohomish. You had a 22% increase year over year, 2021 to 2020. Vice versa on that one. Okay, so what was really going on? Here on the east side, if you were selling your house, this is what happened. 67% of homes received multiple offers, and actually more than that, closed higher than their list price by a margin of 13% above what they actually listed it for. Within 5 days, they went pending. Crazy. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but where within this craziness is there an opportunity? There is. There's opportunity within King County if you want to move closer in here. 61 days or more of residential homes, right? So 60 days on the market, 30%, nearly 30% are still out there ready for you. Now, I could flip through the MLS. I pulled it up earlier. I'm just not going to do that. And I could show you what those homes look like that have been sitting on the market for 61 days. Typically, it's going to be new construction that just didn't really get onto the true market yet, a letter of authorization, side note, or it was just overpriced. Like somebody said, oh, I'm going to list my price for my home for $2 million, but it's not a $2 million home. They're trying. That's okay. Can't blame them, but it's really a 1.5. Overpriced. Or it's kind of a turd. All right, but it just might be rough around the edges and nobody wants to deal with it. So that could be the other reason. But there's opportunity. There is. That's the key point. King County condos. If you want to try to get out of this craziness and you just want to get into the market, look for opportunity in Seattle condos. You heard it here. Third, not first. All right, moving forward. The median closed sales price. Okay, again, we heard for December, it was keeping pace with what the year over year was. 10% December compared to December last year, 22% in Snohomish, 18% in Pierce, the entire MLS, 20%. Very similar to what the year over year experience was. King County inventory. So how do we kind of get here? Let's talk about, and there's so many different factors, but right now, the key factor, what I like to look at is the stats, the facts, right? Pendings versus the listings. That's how many listings we have going on and how many homes are going pending in the market. So right now, as you can kind of tell on this graph, we have a double inventory negative. That's what's going on. So double negative going on here. Inventory is going down and pendings are kind of going down, but they're outpacing how many homes are coming on the market. What's this look like? What's that mean to me? Well, look at this. Last year in December, there was 1,090 active homes in the market. This year, what's that number? 430 homes on the market, half. This year, you're going to hear the Times, I guarantee you, probably next week, they're gonna say, hey, the market's crashing, sales are down. Yeah, they are. Sales are down. We don't have the inventory, but prices are up and demand is still freaking there. It is. Trust me, I'm out there every day with my buyers, every day with my sellers. I'm in the trenches. I know what's going on. Okay, so months of inventory within the counties. King County, Snohomish, Pierce, low inventory. What this graph shows you right here is it's low. 0.2 in December, 0.2 for King, 0.3 for Pierce, 0.4 for the whole east side. What that means, for a balanced market, we should be around 3 to 6 months of inventory. That means if nothing else comes on the market and everything was to go pending, which most of it does, as I've already illustrated, then within less than 2 weeks, we would have nothing on the market. And that's just not a sustainable market. It just isn't. Something's gonna give. We're not gonna have a bubble burst. We're just not, I'm sorry. If you're looking to try to find a deal, rewind this about 2.5 minutes ago, and that's where you're gonna find your deals. Okay, Seattle condos. Or somewhere in Seattle, you might have less competition, but in really cool neighborhoods over there, Magnolia, Green Lake, Ballard, price and competition still pretty dang fierce. So low inventory, that's how we got here. Again, this one kind of illustrates here's something that's happened over the last year in December over in Kittitas County. Look at that, 24% year over year increase in home prices for closed sales. Nearly 24% increase. You know what that is? Double check this with Island County. Look at that. Wow, that's crazy. You know what that 22% increase is? What that's from? Drum roll. That's a horrible drum, Jason. It is from second home buyers. Yeah, that's the main thing. Second home buyers. And then a few people that are just like, I want to get out of the hustle and bustle of King County. I can work from home now for indefinitely. So I'm gonna go get a cool place out on the islands, out in Kittitas, a little remote, little cabin on the water, all that stuff. That's what that is. Nationwide, we had an amazing surge for second home purchases. We just did. Okay, that's all fine and dandy, Jason, but where are we going? Again, due to buyer demand and the lack of inventory, I see again another increase in 2022 on the national level. Now, it's not going to be as crazy as what it was, but I do see on the national level 3.5% to 5% growth. That's right. The only reason I'm talking to this camera now, not that one, this one, the only reason that it's not going to be higher or like it was is the lack of affordability. That's what's happening now, guys. We are outpacing affordability, jobs, and wages. We just are. Now, regionally, what I do think we're going to expect, here's my prediction: 10 to 14% year over year price increase. Not this crazy 14 to 18% or 34 what we saw on the east side, although the east side is still a good buy. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Google. And hey, down a little bit south, thank you, Boeing. You guys are kicking some butt. Now, here's the thing. We are going to see some millennial frustration. We really are. Hey, my millennial brothers and sisters, I am sorry. You were sidelined in 2021. And the reason for this, baby boomers, they had a lot of cash and they wanted second homes, and you got sidelined. That's just facts. So again, getting back to my predictions, it is still going to be a seller's market, and the affordable homes out there, they're going to be on the decline. You're not going to find the affordable homes. We just aren't. Or else you go to the outskirts from the suburbs. And the suburbs are hot. They are. First-time home buyers, it's going to be on the decline. It just will. They're out there, but they're not going to be able to purchase this year. They just aren't. Still, they're priced out, and it's just too competitive for them. Most likely what's going to end up happening is those first-time home buyers, they're going to start seeking different employment options. So you might have somebody in a tech job over here that just can't afford to, low-level tech job, not some of these crazy ones, that just can't afford to live here. And so they're going to seek some employment options elsewhere within the country where they can actually get an affordable home, quality living. Now, some of that might be political driven, some of it might not be. Most likely, it's just for what they can provide their family and get a darn home. They want a home. The other thing is second home buyers, second home ownership, that's going up still. It really is. And again, the first time home buyers, it's going down. Just not enough product out there. Housing starts. What we call housing starts, we refer to a little bit as new construction. Now, we had a lot of good housing starts. So they started product building within this last year, but we didn't have enough completion. This is going on over a decade long problem. Ever since the corruption correction back in 2008, 2009 that decimated our builders, we now have what we have. We have low builders out there, and it's just, they're struggling, right? And it's hard. One of the things with that is the cost of labor, or the lack of labor. The cost of materials is going up. Labor is nowhere to be seen. So what we're seeing is a lot longer time frames for our builders to get a product on the market. Now, here's what I am going to say to you. Here's another issue. Now, our government fees and our bureaucracy to try to get permits for our builders and get out there and get some new construction going, it is ridiculous. We need, quote me here, less government fees. We need to lower them, and we need to staff appropriately within our city and county building departments to allow these builders and our individual homeowners. I want to remodel my bath. I want to remodel my kitchen, or maybe add on a little extra mother-in-law suite. But you know what? The red tape for 18 months, come on, man, that's ridiculous. And then the fee, I just saw a fee on one of my clients were selling their place, how much it cost them to put on a new deck, $36,000 in fees. That's the wrong F word. Come on, man. All right, you've stuck along with me for this long. Now, for my 2022 nuggets of what's going on in the real estate market. We are seeing an unprecedented passing of wealth. The silent generation is getting ready. They're getting older, they're passing along, they're moving along, and they are getting ready to pass along their wealth to their baby boomer kids. That's right. That silent generation, you know what they knew about doing? They knew how to save. They had pensions, right? So they've got a lot of wealth just sitting there, and they're passing it along to their boomer kids. They were thrifty too. Now the boomers, here's what's going to happen in 2022. 4 different things are going to go on. They're going to get vacation rentals. They're going to find some long-term rentals. And then, you know what? Just for fun, they're going to get a second home. You know what? The Pacific Northwest is great. It's a little cold. I think I'm going to go down to Palm Desert and play some pickleball and some golf. And then the 4th thing that they're going to do, they are going to help their kids buy a home. I've already started to see it with clients. They are gifting some of the inheritance early to their millennial kids to try to find them a home. Now, is it close in? Probably not. It's gonna be a little bit further on the outskirts. Now, this whole pandemic, here's the other little nugget, set off a housing frenzy. It really did. Between, like I've already talked ad nausea about the second home market, it just took place. It did. It really decimated our already low inventory status going on. Here's what's gonna end up happening. Many sellers, they're going to opt to move cross country to their old friends and their families. The cool thing about Facebook, well, ish, they've been able to reconnect with good old friends back that they graduated high school many moons ago. And so they're like, man, I really haven't seen them and spent some quality time. I'm gonna move back to South Carolina and I'm gonna be close to my good old buddy or to family. That's what's happening. Okay, here's what else is gonna happen. Home sales, the sale of homes, the amount, it is going to decrease in 2022. Why? How? We don't have the inventory. We don't. Strong demand, improved economics, and decreased unemployment is still going to help our housing market. It just will. Here's the only thing. 2022 is going to be second place to 2021 when it comes to the amount of homes sold this year. 2021 was historic. Don't get me going on the rental market. Here's a nugget though for you on the rental market. The rental market is going up. The affordability for rent within inner city and within locally, it is getting crazy. I predict a higher increase of double-digit increases for rental prices compared to home sale prices. It just is. It's going to be crazy. So again, thank you for joining me on my 2022 predictions real estate market update. Again, cutting back and ripping the Band-Aid off, you know what's going to happen. Prices are increasing and it's going to be a busy spring. Now, if you stuck around this long, I'm going to give you my golden nugget. Many of you ask, Jason, when should I sell my home? And I've told you it all over time and time again. It really just depends upon what's going on with your life and life circumstances for you. I'm going to tell you right now, when should you sell your home? I would sell my home. If I was going to sell my home within this calendar year, sell it right now. Call me up. Let's go get it on the market within the next 2 weeks. I've got 2 clients that just called me last week and we are doing this. Why? Because they got a little early insight into my predictions. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm Jason Cook with Windermere's South Bellevue Partners, and on behalf of David Croppi and myself, be safe out there. Thanks.